Hi everybody, and welcome to AXION Token Channel. Woo! We're going to have a lot of fun here. We're going to get into everything about AXION, of course. We're going to also cover Warp Project, Warp Bond, and we're going to have an update on the Legion as well. So hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this for sure. We're going to look at the AXION roadmap, the updates that are coming, all that sort of stuff. Obviously the AXION official team, the marketing team, and a lot of moderators and other people, and also content creators were on a live stream with AXION official YouTube. So fantastic stuff. And AXION YouTube official is growing. So it's actually surpassed the size of this channel now. So congratulations to AXION official. Now they're also going to look at trying to do every 2 weeks, do some live streams. And that's fantastic. So loving that. That's going to bode really well for 2022. So hats off to the AXION marketing team. Should be a lot of fun. Don't forget to get into poll. We've got a poll today at the moment. What main community are you visiting from to watch today's live stream? We've got AXION, Warp, a Legion, or other. Let me know in the chat. Just interesting to me to see who the audience is during the live stream. So pretty cool. If you're watching after the live stream, of course, don't forget to leave a comment, and I'll respond to all the comments, that's for sure. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. And if you want to join as an AXION token member, hit the join button. And got 4 membership types there that you can choose from as we support AXION growing into the future, as well as all the Launchpad projects and much, much more. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get into the results, folks. Don't forget to get in the chat, say hello. I love that a lot. So let's go for that. So we're going to start off here on the AXION webpage. Now, this has been refreshed by Pullen, the marketing director. Man, oh man, what a wonderful job. This is the second time we've actually looked at it, and boy, does it look good. So welcome to the world's best staking ecosystem. This has got to be hands down the best crypto website I have seen. Looks amazing. So very, very cool. I've got the homepage there, and on the homepage, you've got the roadmap and the white paper. You've got how to buy on the second tab, Accelerator, the Collider. These are the two main products. Of course, the Accelerator is where you buy and stake and get all the bonuses when you invest into AXION. The Collider is a potentially chance of getting a huge investment, a chance to win a huge investment, double down. That's pretty amazing. Then we've got the news with all the items, the blogs, the updates, the votes, and the partnerships. And finally, the Launchpad, of course, which is a pretty awesome stuff. So there's basically 3 main things that you get out of AXION. You earn AXION every day with your stakes. You earn Bitcoin as well. And on top of that, you get early access to a lot of launch projects, IDOs at either discounted prices, airdrops, and things like that. So it really is amazing added value. Those three things that's added on. So AXION is really looking pretty good for next year. We're going to get into all of that. All the fundamentals is going to be pretty cool. Hey, we'll just get into the chat, folks. It looks like we've got Oblio in the house. Hey, Oblio, good to see you. We're going to do the magic buy and burn for AXION later in the live stream. It's going to be a lot of fun for sure. So get into that. All right, so here we are. Here's on the main website. Man, does it look good or what? So welcome to the world's best staking ecosystem. High APR, annual percentage return, daily Bitcoin dividends, and exclusive airdrops, pre-sales, and much more. So those really are the big highlights there that you get into AXION. Very, very cool. Now, the AXION price at the moment is very good for new entrants. Very, very, very good for new entrants. If you're looking at buying a ton of AXION, staking it, and earning all those rewards, then that's a good time. Once again, do your investment due diligence. Nothing on this channel is investment advice, but certainly great infotainment, hopefully. All right, so highly secure, full control, 24/7, of course. And there's a calculator on here, pretty nice. You can actually interact. It's all interactive, pretty nice. And of course, you've got all the extra information there as well. You got to get a quote or how to buy it, pretty good. You got the earn a bonus stakes, of course. You can win a chance to win a bonus stakes, amazing. If you won, you actually get a massive ROI, of course, up to 10x. So it's pretty cool. Now, you can also look at the highlight numbers of AXION, and these all update in real time, which is a beautiful thing. A lot of time you go to websites and the stuff's out of date, right? Because it's all static information. This is all dynamically updated, so pretty nice. Total investment is secure, of course. Audits, of course. AXION's got all these 4 audits, pretty amazing. And you can see all that as well. I love this rocket coming up there, AXION to the moon for sure. And of course, you get access to exclusive token launches and airdrops. So chances for really big ROIs on new projects at discounted prices is a pretty awesome opportunity, right? A lot of people are hunting those. And of course, the team does some vetting before pushing these forward. At the moment, you can see that we've got the last 4 in here. I love how this interacts. You can interact with the site. Very, very cool. The latest one we just had, of course, is Legion. We had Warp before that, and of course, Luxy before that, Babel. All 4 very different and very good quality ones. That at least I know about is Legion, but definitely these other ones are very incredible. You can see that at the management, 2.2 million for Babel, 100,000 for Luxy, 100,000 for Warp, and 200,000 for Legion on the IDOs. So pretty awesome stuff there. You're always trying to chase down those early accesses for sure. Axion in the news, of course, pretty nice and powered by the community. Telegram, Discord is amazing. Get in there, folks, and get chatting away. They also have a lot of community programs in there as well. You can get in and chat with. Really, really cool. Blogs, of course, all updated blogs to get the latest and greatest. We're actually going to check out a couple of these. 2022 update, we're going to check out that, and we're going to check out the recent news as well. So looking good. All right, so obviously social media at the bottom there, lots of other details at the bottom. This site is actually fantastic for new investors into Axion. Very, very cool. Yeah, of course, there's the how to buy. You can check that out, but we're just going to jump into the roadmap and have a look at the roadmap. That is one of the main points of today's video, Axion roadmap and marketing. So we're going to get into that. Should be good. All right, let's have a look here. So we're going to go into 2022. We're going to scroll down here. Of course, we finished Q1 there, and we're entering Q1 2022. Of course, we're currently halfway through that. Obviously, they're going to add additional languages to the staking platform. That's really cool. Axion is international, like most cryptocurrencies. So very, very cool for that. NFT stake minting is huge. This is coming up. This is going to be the biggest and first in the market. Of course, mint your stake as NFT, featuring incredible dynamically generated artwork based on the unique attributes of your stake. So every stake is going to be a little galaxy. So it's going to be amazing little graphics there. We can't wait for that. And you're going to be able to transfer your stakes between wallets, which is really cool. So if you get your wallet compromised, you can transfer it. If you want to, I guess, sell it, you can transfer it. That sort of things like that. So it's pretty neat. You've got additional ongoing Axion partners. Now, this is going to be a huge focus. We're going to talk about this going forward. Axion launches peers with the unique ecosystem of long-term stakers. Now, the Axion set up the launchpad so efficiently now. We have pledges. We have all the details in there. We have KYC. It's all set up so smooth and easy. Makes it easy for a project to go on. If you've got a quality project that gets through the vetting from the team, you can launch your project on here as well. So cool. Axion Incubator is in there as well, building a standalone token incubator with direct and indirect ties to the Axion community, providing new ways of growing investors' exposure, increasing ROI opportunities. So that's coming up as well. And of course, a centralized exchange listing that's coming up too. So that's going to be exciting. Lots coming up in 2022. Really, really cool. This is just a taste of what is coming. There's lots of things that the team has not let on that they're keeping in their secret source pocket or something like that. So we're looking forward to that. So that was the roadmap, folks. Very cool. You've got the white paper there. We're going to jump over to this how to buy page. We're going to jump onto that. And of course, look at this, looking beautiful. Well done to the marketing team for this one. Welcome to Axion, your moments away from starting your Axion journey with all the benefits of Axion. Becoming a shareholder is pretty neat. You can buy directly on SushiSwap, or you can buy with the 20% discount in the Accelerator. And Accelerator, of course, is where you buy and stake in one go and get all the extra benefits. Is the place to be. If you want to speculate on Axion, you can go buy some on the SushiSwap there. You can also stake that Axion, of course. So you've got how to buy. Step 1, of course, get a MetaMask wallet. Step 2, get some Matic. You can also use MoonPay. MoonPay is pretty fabulous. Of course, MoonPay over here is the website, and you can buy with fiat currency. So if you've got US dollars, if you've got all sorts of currency, you can go and buy a Matic or US dollars and send it to a Polygon, which is the second layer of Ethereum. So you can actually get the right tokens for the right chain. It's pretty cool, and you can buy Axion with that on SushiSwap or to do that. So pretty nice. You got the options there. Also, KuCoin and Crypto.com are very popular in terms of centralized exchanges. So nice there. Number 3, of course, once you got the Matic, of course, you can buy Axion on SushiSwap or just go into the Accelerator, which is going to get all the bonuses. That makes a lot more sense. So very cool. There's also some tutorial there for that as well. And of course, step 4 is the final step. So 4 steps, and then you stake and put your money to work. So earning the Axion, so earning that wrapped Bitcoin dividends, and of course, get access to all the IDOs projects at typically discount prices with airdrops often and things like that. So lots of different perks on there. Very cool. Obviously, there's the 4 main things: 8% APR and Axion earn daily, passive income with Bitcoin divs, exclusive launches, and blockchain security and continued development. Obviously, Axion's got all the audits and it's been running for a long time now. Really is starting to get very mature in the marketplace. All right, so that there is how to buy. We're going to jump over to the Accelerator. Obviously, this is where you get all the buy and stake bonuses. Very, very cool. You can check through all that. It's got all the calculator, nice. So that's looking pretty good. Particle Collider as well. You can check through all that. That is pretty cool. And I love the calculator. It gives you a good idea. Now, obviously, Axion's price, if it goes up by this, 10x, or 20x, or 40x, or 100x, gives you a good idea of the price in the market there. And of course, 1 cent is a 200x. And a market cap here is also gives you that as well. So and also the corresponding Bitcoin divs. So obviously, as Axion grows, that benefit will grow as well. So pretty nice there. Obviously, Collider, of course, is a very special part as well. And man, does it look beautiful. What you get a chance to get a bonus investment. It really is. You got a 4% chance, so it is definitely out there. You get one of these NFTs every time you buy and stake through the Collider, and you get a chance to put it into the Collider machine here. And if you are successful, you will get that extra bonus investment. So if you put $1,000 in, you have a chance of, you have a chance of getting an NFT that could give you $1,000 bonus investment. So that would be amazing, right? So definitely a good chance there. You can get 1x, 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x, or a rare 10x, and of course, maximum of 50 million there of AXION, and that could be huge if you do win that for sure. We're going to check out those stats later in the live stream, but that's all the cool stuff there with the Accelerator. Obviously, there's the news, and we're going to go look at the updates in particular. We're going to jump onto that, and of course, we're going to go into the update here for 2022. We're going to spend a little time in here and give you all the latest and greatest if you're looking at AXION for sure. So obviously, they have had a launch pad. We had a Legion launch, so that's all happened. We've got the KYC, that has been updated, so that's been ticked off. So the team is really working through this pretty nicely. The NFT statementing that's coming up, that's just been held up a little bit, but I think they've got a lot of visual art and stuff coming up with that, so that's looking beautiful. Technically, it is ready, but just some of the artwork, I think, was the initial hold-up that I understand. So also you'll be able to transfer stakes between wallets, which is going to be pretty awesome. That's going to be free for the first week, I understand it. So that's going to be really powerful. That's a game changer in the staking universe, and hats off to the team for that. Not only that, but it's going to have a cool galaxy with it as well, visual galaxy. I love it. That's going to be based on how long you stake and all that sort of stuff. It's going to be really cool. Website refresh, of course, we can see that already happening. Probably, I don't know, about a third of the website, maybe half of the website's been refreshed or something like that. At least the homepage has anyway, and that's coming along beautiful. That is the best looking page in crypto, and obviously, if you're in crypto, you've seen a lot of websites. You'll know that is actually top. YouTube, of course, video series coming up. Going to be 9 YouTube videos coming up, and of course, Pullen, the marketing director, is awesome at those. And of course, he's done a legend tutorial video with over 100,000 views on that, so that's looking successful too. Going to be very exciting to see that. We've got what else we got going? We got the AXION. We've got lots of marketings coming up, and it's going to be very focused. They're trying to focus and own that marketing in to get the most out of the marketing buck there. So that's really cool. Probably a few changes and strategies are there. There's also a marketing director coming up. That's going to be cool. Looking forward to the news on that. So lots of cool change. I'd like to see marketing, sales, and promotion, the sales channel get very efficient, and of course get into that. Probably move away less of brand marketing, more into promotional marketing, direct marketing. It'd be quite good too. So cool. We're looking forward to that with the marketing director. AXION launch focus, of course, is coming up. And that's going to be probably the biggest thing in 2022 is this getting all these launch pad opportunities with these awesome ROI opportunities, discounted prices, airdrops, and things like that coming up. This is going to be a big value add. Remember, I said there's kind of like 3 major components. You get your AXION API every day, you get wrapped Bitcoin dividends share as well, and then on top of that, you get access to all the launch partners and with the awesome opportunity ROIs. They're all going to have varying ROIs, but if you're getting a nice discounted price, you're getting good like airdrops and things like that. That really lowers your entry cost, and gives you a better chance on the upside, and also get some access to some pretty cool projects. As we've seen already, we've got pretty cool project NFT marketplace through Luxy, Warp Bonds, OHM, a Treasury fork with GameFi innovation, pretty neat, based on Treasury. We've also got Legion coming up with apparently over 2 million downloads. So some pretty cool stuff happening there. Community vote, of course, coming into play. That's apparently almost ready to go to vote. We've got a couple of votes going to be up there as well. That's going to be a 1-to-1 vote too. Now, not based on shares, so it makes it a lot even playing field, closer to a even or distributed democracy, which is quite good. Tokenomic changes, a couple of votes coming up for that, so we're looking forward to that with the Accelerator tokenomics. So changing the AXION buy and burn from 55 to 70%, and also potentially bring in a sales fee for selling. 2% goes to stakers, 2% will go for the buy and burn. So that really gets more AXION off the market. So I like that a lot. That's coming up for vote. We've got centralized exchange listings coming up. So apparently that's getting closer. So hopefully we'll get some news on that. The team has indicated that would be the case. Fiat on ramp, of course, the team is working on that. That's expected to come up too. But once again, you can, in the short term, you can use MoonPay to get access to that. So that's pretty cool. And then there's lots more the team is working on, and they've got a couple of secrets in their pocket they're working on. Of course, that will be coming out later on. So we look forward to that as well. Then I guess we've got a couple of things coming up, but let's get into the chat first. Got a few people in there. John Atkins in the house. Hi, Superman, and everybody. Hey, John, good to see you. Another AXION token member, of course, and pleasure to see John all the time. Obviously, says, out of curiosity and totally not financial advice, what do you think we will bottom out before we climb? Well, that's what we've been trying to find, the bottom there, Oblio. We'll talk more about that when we get up to the AXION price chart. But we may have actually done it. Just depends on the wider market. Are we going to go further down into a bear market, or are we going to stay about half bear? We'll talk about that when we get up to it. Kevin Wilson's in the house as well. Another AXION token member. Big shout out. Hi, everybody, says Kevin. And Oblio says, your streams are worlds better. New computer has made an awesome difference. Yes, a lot of people complain about the mic, saying that the mic was a bit tinny. This was actually a brand new PC mic, but apparently a lot of people said it was actually, when I say a lot of people, a certain percentage of people said it was a little bit tinny on the mic there. So it's good to have that, Oblio. And hi, Kevin, says Oblio, and a Crypto CC's in the house, another AXION token member, but also more probably just as cool is that another content creator, Crypto Casino, does awesome videos. So if you haven't subscribed to Crypto Casino, go out and subscribe. Check the channels tab here on AXION token. You can find Crypto Casino's channel there and go subscribe as well. Kim's in the house. Hey, Kim, good to see you. Hi, sirs. And if ETH targets 1700, it should be a very sweet AXION bottom. Well, that would be the case. If Ethereum does go, if it did go down to 1700, then obviously AXION would move down there with it. So that would be the case. Now, the team wanted to try and move AXION over to USDC or DAI, something like that, but wanted to have a higher price of ETH. So if I recall, I think the price was 4,000 they were wanting to target. To switch the pool over to stablecoin. So that's definitely something coming up in the future as well. The team will probably try and do that. So very, very cool. Hey, Water War's in the house. Stone, how are you? It does nowadays, says Water War. And all in then, says, all in, says, yeah. So definitely finding a bottom is pretty challenging when the market's on a bear. But obviously you assess the market at the time. Water War says AXION performance has been so poor over the past year. Yeah, well, we're quite self-evident with that with the price, but the team, let's look at it. So the price has been poor, but the AXION delivery has been amazing. So the AXION, the delivering of products and platforms and everything has been amazing. The AXION price has been not that great, and of course it gives the opportunity for new investors to get in at a lower price. It's just the way the markets work. So pretty cool. Water War says, what happened to the orange username OGs? I'm not sure, actually. Might as well ask the team there in the Discord chat for that. Well, let's just jump over to this is what we're up to at the moment. This is what the team's focusing on. So Bitcoin dividends are going to be focusing on this to explore new revenue models to pay out dividends to users, something they're going to look at. So I think that's a good idea. I would they've got the AXION team's launchpad's got to be aggressive in ensuring top quality projects and to have at least 2 launches in a month. So this is probably the biggest area that I think they're going to try and get developed in 2022 as the launch pad. 2 a month would be amazing, right? Getting access to that. AXION Accelerator to review AXION Accelerator allocation. So that's definitely coming up for votes. That one's definitely on play. And of course, AXION NFT system to be used as an ecosystem that also includes marketing. So I think that's going to be very positive to do that. I'd like to see that loop in possibly to a referral program as well. I think that would be pretty nice as well. Just a modest one, maybe a couple percentage points. Additional staking model, of course, to explore new staking pools that can generate yields for users. I love that. That's why I really like that. And I'd like to see the team look at other opportunities to get ROI or investment directly into the AXION ecosystem, as well as peripheral projects as well. So Warp Bond might be a peripheral project that's in the wider ecosystem. You could say in a war chest environment. But I'd like to see, a capital being raised, putting into new business opportunities that give a great ROI opportunities, which you get on DeFi, right? That's what DeFi is all about. That's where you get the big opportunities. So I think that's a great to see that. So I'm pretty happy with this list. Another one that's not on here, but the one that the team has flexibility for is multi-chain, and I would definitely like to see the team explore getting onto Pulsechain when it comes out. Once it's up and running. So that'd be definitely something to think about. All right, so cool. We've got, obviously, this one's the second big slide that I pulled out from the AXION's official YouTube update the other day. And of course, we've got the AXION Accelerator ecosystem. We've got the AXION staking. We've got the AXION NFT ecosystem. We've got the AXION Launchpad and Bitcoin dividends. This is the AXION staking ecosystem. I like that a lot. So we focused on other features in 2021 and 2022. We will be focused on AXION Launchpad. So if you wonder what the core thing they're going to be focusing on, obviously they're doing some of those other things in the list above here. As I said, they're looking at a few of these other things, but the main focus will be on the AXION Launchpad. So that is the number 2 activity there. Currently we are the most affordable launchpad to take part in Polygon. And that's what I really love, is that they've done a lot of work on that, and I think that really does work true. So that there is the big update there for what's coming up for AXION. Let's have a look. So we looked at the roadmap, we looked at the big update of things that are coming soon, and now we're going to have a look. You can see that KYC onboarding has been done. That's been achieved. And that looks really cool. And that's done through a launch partner, Securitas, which is pretty neat. So a very functional launch partner. Securitas was the first launch partner in AXION, so it's great to see that play out. And the process is very simple, just a 4-step process to get your KYC listed. Now, this is not required for all launch partners, just some of them. So it just depends on what their parameters are. Obviously, some of them won't have required KYC, and so it's just going to give us that flexibility to do KYC or not, and obviously to do pledging as well. So it's just so automated now. AXION can fire through good quality projects through the accelerator, through the launchpad at the top there. So I think that's really cool. All right, so that's nice. And let's have a look at the next part, of course, Legion. This was on the 13th of February. We're now on the 21st. And, of course, this was the latest launch that got launched, which was pretty neat. And I believe it's closed now. We're going to check that out. But that was the AXION launch. And apparently they've had 2 million downloads on the app. I haven't seen any confirmation of those numbers, but that's apparently what they say they've had. And if so, that's huge, right, if that is true. So very exciting. Once you do your own investment due diligence, when you invest in anything. Let's jump over to the launchpad, of course, is where we're going to go. And then, of course, the AXION portal is where you buy and stake through the accelerator. Very, very cool. All right, so let's jump over to the accelerator. And we're going to jump down. Instead of going to accelerator, we're going to go to the launchpad. And you can actually see the launches there. We had the Legion IDO launch at 200,000. And I'm just not sure what that takes us to the website, I believe. And I think that's, I think it is closed. I think it is closed. We're going to scroll down to the bottom here. The pledge was opened. It was closed. And, of course, people got the one thing they did, they started off with $250 pledge amounts, and then they jumped that up to 1,000. So originally this was 250, and they jumped it to 1,000. This was originally, I think this was originally 500, and they jumped it to 2,000. And these also were 500 and 500. They jumped into 2,000. So obviously to increase the amount that people can pledge, which is pretty cool. So this jumped from, what was that? Jumped from $500, I think, and that one jumped from 1,500 to 6,000. So they really allowed the big investors a chance to get bigger stake there. So cool on that. So that was some of the changes there. We'll go back to the launch pledge. So this is the pledging engine. It makes it so easy to invest in these projects. And of course, the last one here is Legion. You can see that that's closed 27th. So February, I think is that still open? Yes. Okay. So the time's been extended for the Legion warp. So this was originally going to close on the 21st. And I think it's been extended here to the 27th. So you can still do that on your pledging engine. I'm not sure what we've got here. We've got $63,482 has been pledged so far. $200,000 is the target for the IDO. Obviously, AXION's launch pad is just one of the launch partners that Legion is using. And here is 31.74% that was sold out so far. They have extended the time here to the 27th. I'm pretty sure it was the 21st before, and that's been extended there. You can actually pledge pretty easy. You do have to fill out KYC for this particular launch. So it just tells you here KYC is required for that. Once again, you need to do your investment due diligence there. You can see the full details of the launch there, which we've actually seen here too as well. So pretty cool. So there are probably a few more updates on here as well. Minimum stake to access these is 5 million AXION for 350 days. It's the minimum there. And of course, if you want to get these extra allocations, you need to hold these NFTs. We're going to check that out later, though, to be for sure. So pretty cool on that. So I think I've updated that. Nice. So that there is the launch on at the moment, and I love how easy it is. Once, of course, the launch goes live, there's often a bonding curve, and of course that is part of the vesting. So you don't get all the tokens, so you won't get all the, the LFT. What is it? The token number here. I've just forgotten what this one is. Let's have a look here. I think it's got a token indicator here somewhere. So the token here is LGX. This is going to go live in March here, in early March. So I think it's the 3rd of March. This will be tradable. So that will be cool. So that's coming up. I'm pretty sure it was 3rd of March. Let me just double check here on the list here. So the price is at 7.5 cents. It's going to launch on the March the 7th. So it's good to be clear on the Binance Smart Chain network too. So not on the Polygon network, but on Binance Smart Chain. And the launch price is going to be 15 cents. So you're getting half price on that. It has got a bonding curve here. So the bonding schedule, in other words, you only get so many of the tokens every month. And of course, that would show up on your vesting page here. So that'd be interesting because that's going to be the first Binance Smart Chain vesting on the site. So that's going to be interesting to see that play out for sure. We've got a couple of comments in here. Kim says a Project Matic exit, awesome. Yeah, it was a great move by Axion onto the Polygon Matic. Kim Wilson says, hi, Oblio. Hey, nice one. CC says, it was nice to be in an Axion live stream on Saturday. Great that they are aiming 2 launch pads a month as well. Yeah, it was really cool, CC. You gave some really good feedback too and some good questions. The other thing I liked as well, CC, was the fact that you talked about the fact that they will be doing probably at least 2 weekly official Axion YouTube channels live streams, which I think is very good and always important for people to see the team in action on live streams. So really great to see that, and certainly will support the efforts that content creators like Crypto and myself and possibly the young up and coming Bud Prana also doing that as well. Prana's in the house. Hi all, good to see you, Prana, as well. Very cool. So nice on that. So welcome everybody. Hope you guys enjoying. We're looking at the roadmap so far. We've been looking at the near term 12 items that are coming down the pipeline. So many of them have been delivered already. So we're looking very good there as well. So that, folks, is looking good. Let's get to the accelerator, and we're going to go through the numbers. If you are going to buy and stake in Axion, you've done your investment due diligence, you've checked out the website that we looked at, which looks amazing, right? The website is mind-blowing. Look at this beautiful thing. This is so good. The rest of the website will probably be like this too once it's fully complete, but man, does it look so good as well. So love it. All right, so that's looking good there. Let's jump into the accelerator. Obviously, we start off with the bonus in the accelerator is 375 million, and every 24 hours it gets recharged. And at the moment, 3% has been sold so far, so there's plenty of bonus in there to pick up as you go. I like to click the advanced tab, and there's basically different bonuses you get. So the accelerator is up to 15%, and that calls longer pays better. That's simple. If you want to think, how do I get more bonuses? Longer pays better. That is the way it works. And of course, the second bonus, of course, is big payday bonuses. That's for people that stake in the next couple of years. They get extra bonuses for staking longer over a year, and of course, 350 days. And of course, you get the potential. You get a particle NFT for using the collider. That's where you get a 4% chance of getting a bonus stake or bonus investment. It's amazing. And then, of course, on top of that, you get wrapped Bitcoin dividends, which you can withdraw at any time. So those are pretty much the 4 benefits or features that you get through the accelerator, and that's how you get them. So if you want to get the max, you have to longer pays better. That's all. You basically stake longer. So you got 6 tokens to choose from: Matic, Wrapped ETH, USDC, DiStable, Wrapped Bitcoin, and Chainlink. Those are the 6 that you have. And of course, this is the Polygon network. There's a second layer of Ethereum. If you want to get fiat, of course, to invest, you can use MoonPay at the moment, but the Axion is looking at a fiat solution, and apparently we'll get some news on that soon. And of course, this way you can just send Matic or USD stables over to Polygon directly, and then you can either buy Axion on SushiSwap or go through the accelerator as we're doing now and invest directly. So cool. So here's Matic here. We've got 500 Matic. That's $800. So let's put it a bit more on that. Let's go 600 Matic. That should get us to what, 960. So let's do maybe 620 Matic. What's that get? No, not 620. Let's do 630. Trying to get up to $1,000 there. Yeah, that's $1,000. So that's $1,000 investment at 630 Matic. Obviously, the minimum we can stake to get benefits is 350 days. We'll plug that in there. Where you can see that we get 1%. But every year that we stake, we get more. So let's say that we did 1,830 days. I think that's 5 years. That would give us 5%. Yeah, so 1% per year times 5. 5 years is 5%, so we get $50 for 5-year stake. That's giving us total principal there. Biggest paydays, of course, we get access to all big paydays. These are all 1 year apart, and of course, you can see the dates of them. If they get ticked, that means you're going to qualify, and of course, you get that extra benefit and big payday there. Then you've got the maturity value of your Axion. Now, you do get your Axion at the end, so you don't get it. You can't withdraw it at any time. You get the Axion interest, or inflation, as we like to call it, at the end. And then, of course, potential bonus at the also that you get is the particle NFT maximum is 50 million. So you don't know what you're going to get for that. It's random. You could get a 1x or 2x or 3x or 4x or 5x the times your original investment, but there is a maximum of 50 million. Just take that into account. Then finally, the last fourth benefit, remember, is the wrapped Bitcoin dividends. This gives you an indication of what you might get, assuming the accelerator sells out every day. Obviously, if it doesn't, it's going to be lower. So it really will fluctuate from time to time, but you get to withdraw that at any time. And of course, the more AXION that you've staked, the better. When you do stake AXION, of course, you're swapping your AXION over for shares. Your AXION gets burnt or destroyed, and replaced, you get shares. And you can think of like a big reward pool, and the more shares that you've got in that reward pool, the more of that you get. That's pretty much how that works, and particularly around the Bitcoin there. So cool. All right, let's see what people have done so far. Once you're happy with that, of course, you can click the stake button, stake that. Your stake will show up in the stake page. Your particle NFT will show up in the NFT page there. So this is the stake page there. So you'll have all your details. Obviously, you can withdraw your Bitcoin if you want. And of course, your stakes will show at the bottom if you do a stake. And of course, your NFT, your particle NFT will show up here. If you want to use it, you can put it in the Collider machine. And you can also influence the outcomes. You can actually get a much better benefit if you stake longer, pays better. And then engage the Collider. You have a 4% chance of winning. Good luck to you if you do that. So cool. A lot of people like to collect these. And a lot of people are trying to get a lot of, do a lot of small investments and trying to get a lot more particles. There's lots of different people's games that go on there. It is a bit of fun for sure. All right, so cool on that. And let's see what people have done so far today. So far, 12.6 million has been sold so far. And that's AXION, and almost 7 million AXION's been burnt. Remember, 55% of what gets invested goes and buys AXION and burns it. So every time someone invests, not only do they get all those benefits, but they also help the ecosystem get better too. And of course, wrapped Bitcoin is 0.00295 so far, wrapped Bitcoin. But once again, 7% sold out so far, so still 97% to go. So very full. Will depend on how many investors are going through the accelerator to pick up all those benefits from day to day. So it's just the way it goes. So far, people have used 250 Matic to invest at the bottom here. What else they've done? That's it. So far, 250 Matic has been invested so far into the accelerator, but sometimes it could be any of these other tokens or coins here. So nice. That pretty much it is an overview of AXION. This is the AXION portal, so that's pretty much it. And it's called stake.axion.network. We're going to jump to the dashboard and have a look at the key metrics. And my favorite thing, of course, is burn, baby, burn. This is how much AXION has been burnt through the accelerator. We're going to check that out as well. So total supply at the moment, 335.3 billion AXION. 25% is circulating. That's just under 94 billion. 75% is staked, which is outstanding. 251.4 billion staked. And of that, 49% is staked for 15.2 years. That's basically because when you stake AXION, you get 20% more shares per year, over 305% for a 15-year stake. And of course, that gives you 3 times more of the wrapped Bitcoin dividends that goes through the accelerator. So that's a big incentive there. The AXION burned has hit 37 billion. That's amazing. We're going to have a check this out because this is my favorite section, the burn, baby, burn. Oblo, are you ready? Are you ready, Oblo? Hope so, because it's pretty important to be ready for this burn. Now, I haven't done a live show for a couple of days, so we're just going to find out what the actual balance is that has been accrued during this time. So we're going to check that out. Here we go, folks. It's going to be a lot of fun. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, so let's have a look here. We just had another burn here, 15.5 million AXION burnt an hour ago, so that's pretty nice. I'm just trying to remember the last day that I actually did the report there. I think it was this day, 3 days ago. So I think we're up to here. So what's that? 56 plus 7, that's 63. 63 plus 28 is 80, 91. 91 plus 15 is 106, but let's say 107 million. That's pretty good. So we're going to report 107 million. I think that was pretty accurate, and that's over the last 4 days. 4 days. So cool. We're going to jump to the general there. Here we go. Oblio is going to try and beat this out. Burn, baby, burn, baby, burn. And how much is this? Burn. So what did I say? 107 million. Last 4 days. Bam. Total burn. Now I'm going to paste that in. Bam. So we're gonna round that up. We'll just we'll do the whole amount. Why not, eh? Why not? We'll do the whole amount. It's not quite the same measurements there, but boom, baby, boom, 107 million AXION last 4 days, and a total burn now. Now that's a massive burn. All right, so here we go. I'll go 3, 2. Now let's do that. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Burn, baby, burn. There we go. Fire on it. Got to get the fire on. Bam. Oh, I missed it. I got the nitro. I don't want nitro. I got that burn. Oh, that was so close. Maybe Oblio fell asleep. Who knows? It could have happened. But there we are, folks. That's looking good. Let's post some fire burners as we go. and we're going to get into that. Nice. I'm going to play something really funky here. Let us get on to something. Bam. Let's put that. You're on fire. I love that. That's such a good piece of artwork. I wish I could do artwork like that. That's for sure. That's where we are. So awesome stuff, folks. Well done. The burn is going nice. 37 billion AXION burned. And of course, over time, that's going to have a bigger and bigger impact as well. So focus 2022. Get the marketing promotions. Get a lot more new investors into AXION. Obviously, more demand than more demand than supply, or more buyers than sellers, and the price goes up. This is true for every single project on the planet. Doesn't matter whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's Hex, or whether it's Wise, whether it's AXION, whether it's Warp, Bond Warp, or whether it's anything else you can think of. It's always the truth there. So nice on that. Very cool. So that's really nice. Let us get on. I think we're up to the top of that. So that's the end of AXION, I think, in terms of our update, and I think we've covered everything pretty nicely there. We've got the final thing is actually the AXION price. So let's get into that. So before we do that, let's get into the chat there. Got a few comments to catch up on. Prana says, yeah, there was a bunch of people on that live stream. Yeah, it was a very good live stream, and it's great. I'd love to see that every 2 weeks. Sounds pretty good to me. And of course, that is a great way from the community to see the leadership from the team. Also hear the latest and greatest from the marketing and comms team. A big shout out to all the moderators, of course, in AXION, Telegram, and Discord. They do an incredible job, 24/7 service, and a big shout out to all of them as well. Flo Lu says, does any type of staking of AXION require KYC? Staking does not require KYC at all, Flo Lu. Nothing at all. So that's really good. You can stake. It's only the launch pad if you decide when we have these new projects come on that you get early access to. Some of them may require KYC. That KYC, for you, those who don't know, it means know thy customer. Basically, it's like an ID. Typically, sometimes it could be a low requirement. Sometimes it could be a high requirement. Obviously, ours has been standardized through Securitas now, and some projects may need it, some projects won't. But if you're staking AXION, you do not need KYC. You can just go buy AXION through the accelerator or on SushiSwap and stake it on the AXION portal. Very easy to do. So cool. And that's the cool thing. Through the accelerator, you can buy AXION and stake it in one go. That's the only project that I know of, at least recently, that does that. So it's pretty nice. Prana says, like 7 people. Hey, yeah, definitely subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. And of course, I do appreciate that. Prana says, no, KYC is only for Launchpad. That's correct. You don't need KYC to stake. That's right. Does anyone know if you can swap easily or exchange easily between a stablecoin and AXION inside the Legion model? I actually don't know that, Flo Lu. I don't know that answer. Gary, a tenant says, beautiful UI user. I know, Gary. It is a beautiful. The AXION launch website is looking gorgeous. And of course, the rest of the website will look like this too. By the end, I understand that the marketing director is going to be changing that up as well. Now, I do believe Pullen, the marketing director, is going to be moving into a slightly different role, probably into multimedia a little bit more. They're looking at a marketing director, so that will be probably a split of focus there from what I can tell so far, given the information. Flo Lu says, I'm asking because I think we are all on a bull trap this week. Russia and President Biden anti-crypto executive order will cause a further dip by this Friday. Yeah, well, we're definitely watching those markets, and yeah, definitely the Ukraine incident, the geopolitical issues, poor management by Biden, and of course the Federal Reserve with the interest rates and inflation. Some big issues out there, plus a lot of other ones, out there as well. Definitely monitoring that. Stan, I expect that. Yes, yes, Kim. Hey, nice one, Kim. Supported institutions need to push new retail with the Super Bowl to dump on. Yeah, it's true. There was lots of actually crypto ads, wasn't there, on there? Was it Coinbase? I think they had an ad. Oblio says, got to head out. I'm going to miss the burn this time. See you. Yeah, unfortunately, Oblio, you missed it. But at least I got to, piece out that and get the fire on. Crypto Casino says, buy later, and buy Stone says, Kim, nice one. Great to see everyone communicating. I love it. Let's get on to the poll. We'll see how we're getting on that. And of course, 8 votes so far. We've got 75% from AXION, 12% from Legion, and 12% from others. So great to see you guys in the chat there as well. If you haven't joined this channel, subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. And of course, you can join as a member as well if you want. Let's jump over to the AXION price here. So here we are. We've had a bit of a nice little green candle today. A quadruple 0.319 US cents. So 0.40 That's where we're at the moment. And nice little green candle is pretty good. And that's where we're at. So this is on the daily here. We can see that we've bounced off the bottom of the Bollinger Band. So the bottom 5% of the price is that bottom blue line. the top 95% of the prices at the top blue line, and the 50% is in the middle there. 50% at the moment is quadruple 0.3693. Try to say quadruple 0 3 times in a row. That's a bit hard, but there we are. That's what we got going at the moment. And of course, if we pull up our targets, we want to break the downtrend here in the price at quadruple 0.5. That's the beginning of breaking down the AXION price here. So when you come and look at the structure, obviously the price structure doesn't look that great, but the fact is there's been quite a few episodes here. So if you're not understanding the chart, on the 29th of October, we had a big payday, the first big payday. Remember, there's 5 of those, 4 more coming up in the future. And of course, we had to absorb the selling there. Now, a lot of the big paydays go to people that are staked 15.2 years. Remember, 49% of stakers are staked that long. They really get most of the big payday. But in this time we had, when AXION first started, it had Bitcoin free claimers. And of course, they had got free AXION. And of course, they got also the first big payday. And of course, we had to absorb that selling. So we did that. Very, very cool. And also, the team launched the Diamond Stake NFT. We're going to look at that later. But that meant that a couple billion AXION was restaked. And that was a really beautiful thing. So we managed to absorb quite a bit of that, but still the sell pressure was more than the buy pressure, and we got that as well. But AXION actually launched very well on Polygon. The price was very strong. We started off there as well at 0.0054 was the high, and closed out at 0.0033 on that first day. Obviously, had to absorb that selling there as well. Also, there's been a lot of big AXION OGs on the platform, and of course, some of them have sold out. We've had to absorb them too. But that has actually slowed down. I think the first time that we saw a big OG that is a whale, maybe over a billion AXION sell, was just the other day. And of course, we managed to absorb that. I think that was back here on the 16th, and that was absorbed up. They sold about 300 million AXION, and of course, the market has to buy that back, of course. That's where we're at the moment. Very cool. And of course, this is our first target. If we start breaking this target, we're going to get a different type of price curve, and therefore the market will see it and say, hey, the AXION's turned. It's starting to pivot upwards. And you know what people do in crypto? They follow a chart that's starting to trend back up. So the people will be watching that as soon as this starts breaking out. It'll be up and away. Now, we've seen in the past, of course, that AXION can have quite dramatic rises, and of course, just about getting that confidence and all the stuff going back with that. And so that's what the team's working on. All the content creators, of course, are working on that too. And it looks like something very exciting to see. But this is kind of what we want to see. This is our targets at the moment. And of course, just a matter of getting more buyers than sellers, just like every other project on the planet there. So it's just really cool. And I think, cool stuff like the AXION website and the launch pads and things are really going to start, getting a lot more credence over time as people start to see that. But ultimately, the biggest thing in crypto that matters is not necessarily how awesome you're delivering things, which is awesome at AXION, but just that getting that price green as well. Once again, that's a focus on the sales promotions pipeline, just getting more investors than sellers at this stage. But we have absorbed a lot of the selling, and I think we have a very good position now with enough buyers coming in to really start pushing that price up. The other thing, of course, we do have a few AXION OGs with liquid AXION. It'd be nice to see some of them start staking that out too. So that's also another theme that we'd like to see working on as well. Cool. Let's jump over to that. We're going to have a look at the DMI as well. So this is on the daily. Let's have a look here. So this is the outcome we want to see. We want to see the buyers up direction up here, the sellers direction down here, and the momentum going up over 25. Pretty classic, a little position for the DMI. At the moment, we've got the opposite. We've got the sellers at the top here and the buyers, but obviously AXION is linked to Ethereum. So it's not linked to a stablecoin. Stablecoin would offer you some protections, but in terms of that less volatility. But of course, we're linked to Ethereum. That means that if the market Ethereum and that are going up and down, so AXION will also go up and down. So that's what we're seeing at the moment. So cool on that. So let's have a quick look at the market there. Obviously, this is what we want to see play out is this direction here. We need a switch of these, so we'll be watching that for sure. But like with all the good things that are coming, as I said in the roadmap and things coming up, that is the whole focus is on marketing promotions and, of course, the launch pad with all the awesome ROI opportunities. That's going to be pretty cool. In addition to the AXION and RIP Bitcoin dividends, they all circle around, right? You get the price moving up and then the Bitcoins move up. It all just circles back up. So it's pretty cool like that. Let's jump over to the crypto market here. We can see that we're starting to get a little bit of a turn. We had 2 big pullbacks. If you think about it, we had, I know because I was doing a live stream at the beginning of both of them on another channel. And of course, we were at about 44,000 on Bitcoin. We moved down to just below 4,000. We stuck there, and then we moved down to 38, right? So that's what happened. We've actually had a nice little bounce back to 39,322 on the Bitcoin. But of course, AXION is linked to Ethereum. And of course, that is also starting to bounce back a bit. That went down, I think it was around about 2,600. So that's actually bouncing back there, up almost 4%. So that's positive as well. So looking good there in the US dollars amount. So we're getting back to the greens. This has been red for a few days. So it's nice to see the green coming back into play there as well. All right. So if we can just step in on Ethereum here, we can quickly see that the price is moving up. We'll just wait for that to go up there. So we've got the price chart here. I think I've got it on all there. Let's just look at the last year. And you can see that, we've gone through a bit of zigzagly. We're back up here at 3,247. We came back, dipped down to 3,872, back up to 3,184. This was our best chance of going higher. When it failed, of course, we came down. Obviously, we've got, those big risks. They've got geopolitical risks with Ukraine and Russia. Of course, we've actually got a lot. There's a lot of stuff happening in the world. We've got the Russia with the Taiwan, China with the Taiwan. We've got the terrible policies being run through the United States. And of course, we've got, around just about everything you can imagine. Including crypto, stuff like that. So there's lots of different things happening at the time. So we've just got to absorb that in 2,751. Plus, we've got the Fed and the inflation, high inflation, 7.5% inflation. So we've got that, possibly 2 to 4, and Fed interest rate rises. The first one's in March. So we do have to be, cautious or tenacious, something like that, as we go through March as well. So we'll look for that. All right, cool. So that's where we're at the moment, though. So it's nice to see a little bit of a breather at the moment in the last couple of hours on the ETH price. So that pretty much is it for the AXION. Definitely a good time, a good buyer's market to get in there. We do see that the RSI is up a little bit as well. So plenty of room for a nice rally. Once again, just need to attract more investors than buyers. Obviously, AXION is delivering some really cool stuff. And as we looked at the roadmap and the 12-item list for near-term delivery, that's going pretty well. Some of those have already been delivered, so looking good. All right, let us jump over to the Warp here. Warp is obviously a third-party project, but it is being built by the AXION developers. So that's worked pretty well, and some of the marketing team has shifted there too. So crypto faster than light there, looking pretty good on this one. So we're just going to do a quick update on this. We're going to jump over to the Warp app there and see what is the latest and greatest. And I've done a lot of videos on Warp, so you can definitely check that out on this channel. Some fully explained videos. But we can see that the price of Warp at the moment, $211. It's had a little bit of a bounce back from where it was. Market cap is over $1 million, 1,042,000. What else have we got going? The circulating supply seems to have fallen off here. Not sure why. Total supply, though, 4,934. Total burned Warp, almost 150 Warp burned. That's pretty good. People get burned 5%, I think, on a sell, selling Warp on SushiSwap. And then, of course, 3%, I think. No, 2% if you early end stake before 3 hours. I think that's the rule there. The treasury balance of $1.5 million US. Man, oh man, that's looking pretty good. If you ask me, I think that's looking pretty good there as well. So cool. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm not. I don't think it's because I don't think I'm connected properly. I'm just going to refresh this. I think something's not right with my connection. Let me just update that. There we are. That's better. That's a lot better there. Just my connection wasn't done properly. So yeah, 1,574 Warp circulating. Total value locked. And this is the amount people actually staked in the platform. 332,000 at the moment. Obviously, that will go up and down with the price of Warp, because that's basically Warp that is staked, right? So if the price of the Warp goes up, that's going to go up, right? So there we are. So if the price of Warp went up to $400, that's going to end up being $660,000. Just that simple, very quickly. All right, the current index on Earth is 1.35. Remember, basically, this is a GameFi. It's a gamification and definance put together. Basically, you have a ship or a fleet of ships. You got to race to planets and get the best APY and stake your Warp there. That's it. That's pretty much the game in a nutshell. Of course, there's lots of buying and selling and strategizing, but that's basically the idea there, that you are playing a game, but a game that is based on financial gain. So it's pretty fun. We all like games like that. All right, so cool. The backing per Warp, $994. Now, this is based on the treasury, which is $1.5 million and divided by circulating supply. So I like to see it based on the total supply. So let me just do the math on that and pull it up. We're going to do 1566 1566 million. Let's just do that number round up there. And we're going to divide that by the total supply of warp, 4,934, 4,934, and that's going to give us a value of 317. So $317 is the backed treasury value, which means that that would give an implied value that the market price is probably around about $100, $110 below the treasury. So that's the way I look at that. So that's the total treasury divided by the total supply. That gives $317. And so that means the market price is actually below the treasury backed value. Cool. All right. So we've got that Starships built 928. And the maximum is going to be 10,000, of course, in season 1. Parts remaining 27,745. Started off at 30,000. So that's down, 2,250 or something like that have been bonded or sold. The APY on Earth is 253%. Proxima B planet. So these are the 3 planets open at the moment. There's going to be 5 altogether. And Proxima B was the second one, 2,362. And that's actually higher than Midas at APY of 2,142, which is actually the planet. So we're going to check that out quickly. We can actually, let me just try. This has been moved around a bit, so it's got to jump around there, played around. So Earth is here at the top here, Proxima B is there, and the lava planet Medius is there at the top there. So you can actually see that basically the number that you're interested in. If you do stake, you can stake here, but the number you're interested in is this yield down here. This is what you get paid every 8 hours. You get paid this yield. The 5-day rate is here, but that will change as staking changes and the yield changes. So this is the number that in the next 8 hours that you want to get. If you get in before the rebase, then you get to qualify for that payment. And of course, that gets compounded, and the compounding is key, right? So looking good there. So there is the next yield there, 0.28 on Medius. Let's see if that's better than Proxima B, which has got a higher APY, 0.09. So it's actually lower. So people on Proxima B are actually getting just a slightly better APY, just at the moment in any case as well. So 0.29. So that's interesting. This is the latest planet opens up because everyone races their ships there. And now Proxima B turns out to be the better ROI at the moment. That can definitely change. Earth at the moment, 0.11. So that's quite a bit lower than the other ones, 0.11, when we compared that to 0.29. So definitely almost 3 times better staking on Proxima B. Now, the key thing, of course, you can actually get a ship by bonding and getting parts and making a ship, or you can go and buy a ship on OpenSea. And if you thought the best APY is on Proxima B, you could actually buy a ship on OpenSea that's actually docked at Proxima B. Of course, you got to work out to make sure it's financially the best decision. That's all about how the game works, right? That is a pretty cool game like that. Nice on there. So there's the APY. Obviously, Planet 4 is going to open up. Planet 5, that's going to probably start off at 10 billion APY or something. Comes down pretty quickly once people stake there. It takes about 24 hours from a ship to jump from planet to planet. So I think it's take you 2 days to get to Mardius from Earth. Obviously, the further away the planets are found, then the longer it takes. You need more fuel to get there. So just take that into account as well. So cool. So we've got the dashboard. We've got the staking. This is where you stake. Obviously, this is the thing what people are after to get that awesome return. You can buy parts, of course, here on the parts page. And, of course, you get all those parts there. And that's the way it goes. You can prove that. You can go to the shipyard as well, and you can see all the ships there. You can filter all the ships. You can filter the parts. And, of course, you can manage you can create a listing as well. You can actually sell ships, sell parts. So you can sell parts or sell ships. Pretty easy there as well. And you can see the ships and parts for sale, and you can go buy those. You don't have to go to OpenSea. You can actually buy it in the Galaxy shipyard. And, of course, we've covered this on a previous video. Pretty cool. You can also filter by the type of part that you're after. Maybe you're just after an engine. You want a certain amount of strength on there. You can change the strength around, and you can filter out some of the ships there, and it will change the ones there. So cool. That's the only one with 5,000 at the moment, asking for 3,000 DAI for that. Obviously, 5,000 strength. Maybe they paid 5,000 originally for that. Just take that into account. So cool. All right. So you can buy the parts. You can go to shipyard, and of course the map. You can actually select the planet. Maybe you've got a ship, and you can select the planet. Go to the best one you want. Maybe you want to go to Proxima B, and you can send select your starship and send it on its way. Pretty cool. Obviously the bonding. Let's have a look at bonding at the moment. I'm not sure if this has been updated. Bonding looks like it's finished at this stage. Let me look here if it's not updating. Let me double check that. Warp. I love it. So I like GameFi. GameFi is a lot of fun, right? But I reckon you do have to have a good spreadsheet to keep track of your profitability. Because obviously, generally, you should be playing for profitability, and of course, that means you need to know how much your parts cost, how much ships cost. You can buy ships, you can bond ships, things like that. So that looks like that's actually not, bonding's not up at the moment. So I'm a little confused by that, but that's the way that goes. All right, there's a calculator as well. You can do the calculator. Very, very nice. And that's lots of stuff happening there. But let's get on to the latest and greatest news for Warp. We'll see what Warp on the market is. Here it is here, $2, $211.93. We've got the price here is low is $198.27. That's on the daily candle here. So that's the lowest, $198.90. Yeah, $198 is the low, and it's had a nice little bounce back there at the moment. So we can go to the hourly chart, and we can pick that up. There we are. So we had a nice little bounce back, big buying coming in here early day. Almost $12,400 came in a few hours back, and pushed the price back up. That's pretty big. So what are we up to now? So up 7% from there. And yeah, we had a big buy count. That's about $12,400 come in and bought up a whole ton of Warp earlier in the day. Nice to see that for sure. All right, so that's that. Let's jump away to the we're going to jump away to the watch list here. We're going to get into the NFTs in a second, but before we do that, we're going to go into the news and see how Warps have been going there at the moment. So I'm just going to jump through. I don't think we had yeah, I was just going to push this out at the moment. Of course, if you haven't seen the AXION video on the community hangout, this has got the cool stuff that Crypto Casino was talking about. Check this out for sure. But also, if you want to win a Ledger Nano giveaway, there's 5 to be won there. Very cool. Also, all from the factory, custom branded Nano Ledger S's. If you're after that for your security, we know how important security is. Get into this for sure. That is a good giveaway there. So get into the AXION. The links in the video description for to get here. So you either through the website or whatever, you can get to Discord here and participate in this. Or have to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Pretty easy. No wonder the channel is doing so well. So very cool on that. Well, let's jump over to the Warp, and we're going to have a look over here as well. And we're going to jump into the announcements for Warp and check out the latest and greatest. I think I was up to. Just want to make sure I'm up to date on this. Let's have a look here. So I think this is the last one I wanted. Warp is transitioning our economic model. 24 hours remaining to buy bonds before the part store opens. So that's what they did. Warp's vision is to become a hub for an incredible multi-chain GameFi ecosystem with everything enabled by and centered around our incredible, unique NFT Starship that are populating the Warp universe. With the upcoming Starship battles coming to in our mid-season 1 expansion and upcoming space ship racing and questing expeditions. So these are 3 huge different features coming up for Warp. It's really awesome. Starship battles, that's going to be exciting. Prizes to win, all that sort of stuff. Ship racing as well, that's pretty cool. And then questing expeditions, that's really neat. So I love the gamification is looking really good here. That will be revealed in season 2 and beyond. So lots of stuff coming for this project. Starships and fuel, the most valuable and essential resource in the Warp economy, I should say. Now that Warp token has hit our circulating supply goals, we will be shutting off all the new bonds tomorrow at 900. So that's why the bonds have closed off there. So it was good that I checked that, because I went to the bonds and it had closed off. I was a little bit worried there. Hadn't actually seen the update for that one. So cool. This means that you will no longer be able to buy Warp tokens at a discount. It's in its place. We are opening up the new part store. This will allow users to be able to directly purchase Starships, parts, and fuel using DAI or Warp tokens. So that's pretty much how you use that. And of course, if we go to the Warp, we can see this buy parts here. You can do that here. So cool. We've got minimum purchase 119 max and 125 for the DAI. So if you're going to do that, you can select your part directly. So that's pretty cool. I like that. That's very neat. And you're going to obviously have to prove the DAI token and impact the strength there too. So nice. There's 9,253 available of the bridges, 2,443 hulls, etc. So you can get all the parts there. That's going to be pretty popular. All right, so cool on that. And then, of course, this process is similar to bonding, but instead of distributing Warp tokens and Starship parts, you will now only be buying Starship part NFTs. So congrats to the team for that. That's a really good move. With the Starship part store, captains will be able to choose which kind of parts they want to purchase, as well as buying fuel cell NFTs to fuel their ships. And as before, if you use the LP tokens, you'll be able to get a larger bonus, which is pretty nice. Speaking of bonuses, because we are no longer distributing warp tokens with each part purchase, we are adding a 2x bonus to the strength of the Starship part above the minimum 250 points. So that's awesome. So if you spend 125, you will get a part for 250 strength. That's awesome. If you spend $200, you will get a part for 400 strength, etc. This allows you to customize your Starship with the attribute points you want the most. Obviously, the stronger the part, the more powerful it is. The higher the fuel cell, the further it can go between planets. So pretty nice. Obviously, with Starship battles coming up, let's check out that. So Starship battles, the strength of your ship is determined by the hull and bridge strength. So you want to make those stronger. You can do that. So the stronger your ship, the harder it is to take down, and the more times it can battle other ships before needing repairs. The strength of your Starship's engine determines travel time between planets, ability to avoid attacks on Starship battles, the boost applied during the Starship racing, and the amount of time it will take your Starship to completion and expedition. So expeditions should be pretty fun. It'd be interesting to see where they take that for sure, because I think that could open up a lot of different things. Now, if you've played a lot of games, you're used to a lot of these features, so I think that's a good move. The more powerful your ship, the better equipped it will be, and exciting game fight opportunities are coming to Warp. So I don't think there's going to be any shortage of that for sure. With Starship battles on the horizon, we're also introducing a new class of NFT part and a system called Repair Kits. I love it. Woohoo! These repair kits can be deployed to automatically identify and repair all Starship's damage, restoring a single ship and all its parts to 100% integrity, no matter the strength. Nice. These repair kits will come in handy when your ship becomes too damaged to fight or fly. The repair kits are non-transferable, so they're assigned to the purchasing wallet and cannot be bought, sold, or traded. I think that's a good feature. To kick off the new part store, every qualifying part will receive a repair kit NFT to be used with when Starship battles are going live. So that Crypto Casino and Prana will be about that for their ships. Important note, you will need to be able to fix your Starships without needing repair kits. So you do not need to purchase a part just to get your NFT. You'll be able to proportionally repair your ship using a repair center when it goes live in the Starship Battles expansion. So that's coming up, the repair center. So looking good. And we've got fuel centers, ships, parts is pretty neat. However, the repair kit does restore any of your Starships to strength back to 100%. Remember, the Galaxy Starship a shipyard is always available to buy and sell used or pre-owned Starship parts if you want to snag a deal. So you've definitely got that. You can buy parts. You can also go to the shipyard and buy stuff there on the market as well. And then in addition to that is OpenSea, right? So that's pretty powerful. I like that. So if you'd like to snag one of these last bonds available, so that's already closed. Closed that off on the bonds is already closed, so that's pretty cool. Give that a few likes in there too. Nice and cool. Then one today, the update today, the parts store is now live. Directly purchase the Starship parts you want using DAI. So that we've just covered that in detail. That's the parts here, so you can definitely do that. The payment type is either those two payment types, and of course you can just select the part that you want. And then, of course, prove the token, and away you go to buy that. It's pretty easy to follow. Greeting War Captains, as per above announcement, since we've reached our Polygon total supply goals through bonding, we are officially shutting down all new Warp bonds. Nice. So the parts store is live. We've covered that. The parts store is not the only place to get parts. There's a Galactic Shipyard. It's a great place to snag deals. Some people do sell their parts quite cheap sometimes. If you're lucky enough to pick up those, you can make a real bonanza with that. Starships are the core of the Warp ecosystem, and although they are expensive to acquire, the opportunities they will present in the future seasons will make them the most valuable economic resource. Here's a little teaser for you all. Season 2 will introduce ship rentals. Are you kidding me? That's cool. Another great feature. With new ships can rent ships for cheaply to try out Starship battles, racing, expeditions. So you can rent I like that feature. That's pretty cool. Guess who they will be renting ships from? You, our Warp captains. This will allow you to utilize your extra Starships in a new way, become passive income, as well as create a low barrier entry to captains to win-win. I like that. That's pretty cool. So with the parts seller and shipyard battles, Starship battles, and now a slower inflationary model, Warp is gearing up for our multi-chain expansion in new exciting ways. So definitely slowing down the tokenomics inflation is really good. That should help spur the Warp price going higher as well. So great to see that play out. Very cool. All right, so yeah, very nice there. Obviously, the YouTube video contest is closed. Good luck to all those content creators out there that have been promoting Warp, including Prana and Crypto Casino. Very nice on that. Let's get into some of the comments here. Kim says 12 likes. Yeah, definitely smash the likes. Hit the subscribe button. Lakat is in house. Hi, Lakat. Great to see you. And Hog's in there. Go, go, go. And Kim's there. Yeah. All good. Down pressure, says Kim. And any CME cat boys. I don't know about that, Stan. Kim. CC says with the Fed and what's going on in Ukraine, etc. I think BTC is doing well. I think it's holding up pretty well as well. It's still, I think, at half bear. I think the market is still at half bear, isn't it? So when half bear is like 50% reduction from all-time high, just give you an idea of that. Let's have a look here. I think it's holding up pretty well. It did breach 40,000. That's not a great sign, but has managed to get there. If it can get back over 40, that'd be very positive for Bitcoin. CC says, off to work, take care all. Hey, CC, enjoy yourself, and hopefully we'll get you on the live chat, live show sometime. John says, I am stake long term. Jonathan, you are a winner. Chicken dinner. Great to see Jonathan House, and of course I saw you on the live stream earlier today, Jonathan. Big shout out to you. That's Diamond Hands says, come. Yeah. Prana says, I hope Superman CC and myself win some prizes from the YouTube video contest. Me too, Prana. I think we did a pretty good job. So it'd be pretty nice to see that happen. All right, so that is it, folks. An hour and 4 minutes. We've done a great overview, though. And I think it was our final one. No, final one. We're going to quickly look through the parts. Here we go. So we're going to have a look at the worship parts here. And these are the 4 different things. So we've got AXION NFT ecosystem. We've got the AXION Collider. We've got the worship Starship parts on OpenSea and the worship Starship parts here. So this is pretty cool. We can see the worship Starship parts is 184% up on that in the last 24 hours. So it looks like there's been quite a bit of buying there as well. So cool. Let us go quickly to, I just want to have a look at the AXION NFT system. We're going to have a quick look at that. So let's see what's available there. So there are 6 different types, of course. I wanted to see what the prices are. So we've got this one here is at 0.05. That's Ethereum there on the OG Polygon. 0.054 on the AXION Diamond. This is the one, if you want to get extra bonuses through the accelerator, this is the one you want. So this will give you a 5% bonus every time you buy and stake through the accelerator. So pretty cool there. Actually, what is this going for? It's got 0.5, $146. That seems like a steal for this one. So nice on that. So definitely check that out. That's actually looks like a pretty good deal. 5% bonus every time you go in. That'd be good if you're dollar cost averaging in into AXION staking there. So cool. 0.11 ETH for the OG 555. And of course, these are often typically used for the launch pad. So it gives you extra bonuses. You can get invest more, really good opportunities that you see, things like that. It's got really quite cool benefits for having these liquidity NFTs. The Supernova there, 0.3 ETH at the moment. That is the first one we ever had. Of course, that actually changes the theme of the AXION Accelerator page. So this here all turns into supernova, like like the sun. It's pretty neat like that. And so that's looking pretty good. So awesome. There's also an NFT coming for this. This will actually have a visual class NFT on it as well. That's coming soon. So nice. Let's go. So that is the AXION NFT system. If you want to get AXION Collider, you don't actually have to buy and stake in AXION. You can actually buy the Colliders on the OpenSea as well, and you get a 4% chance of winning. So you can put these into the Collider, buy this on OpenSea. I would always just make sure that you're not paying too much for them. I like to think maybe if you're paying around 4 to 6% for them for the actual outcome value, then that's probably a decent price, right? In terms of paying. Otherwise, I won't want to pay too much higher than that. Cool. And of course, there is the worship part. So we're going to go to worship parts here. This has had a big sell over the last 24 hours. So the cheapest one at the moment is 40 DAI. So 40 DAI for that one, 45 for this one. So you may be able to get good prices in here. Obviously, on the warp bond with the buy parts or the shipyard here, you can also buy parts. So they won't all the ones listed on the Galaxy Shipyard may not be listed on the OpenSea and vice versa. I know a lot of people on OpenSea that were selling have probably come in to the Galaxy Shipyard, but this has certainly filled up a lot. So it's worth you definitely having both open for the meantime. But I imagine the Galaxy Shipyard will take over time. But both of them, of course, open up different markets. You got people on OpenSea, people on the warp looking at these. So having them dual listed is a pretty good idea too. So cool on that. All right, so that's looking good there. $40 for parts, the cheapest there. Definitely check that out. Let's go back and we're gonna have a look at the warp starships. You say warp too many times, you start mixing it up with bad language there. Whoop, 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 whoop. All right, so cool. All right, so the cheapest ship at the moment, 130 DAI on there at the moment, and of course you can filter this. Oh, there's 120 there. Maybe I haven't got on the right stuff there. Maybe it's not the cheapest. Normally the cheapest at the top, but doesn't seem to be the case here. So you can hunt for prices here. You can actually look on the price here. Let's say the max price we're going to have is let's make it $150. 150 watt die here. And let's go apply that. Bam. All right, it's going to give us the ships under 150. And I thought there was a field here, low to high. It has got low to high. That's 120. That's 130. A little confused there, but hey. So you can definitely filter it by all the different features here. If it's particularly after a certain amount of strength, hull integrity, if you're after one of these, that's definitely useful. You can actually filter out the ones you want there. But some pretty cool ships there for sure. So definitely worth checking out. So nice there. Now you can check out the activity as well if you want to see how the market, how active the market is, buying and selling. We can see that 6 hours ago we had a sale here for 120 in the last couple of days. So definitely is pretty cool looking at that. Obviously, quite a bit of activity is probably coming into the Galactic Shipyard now, and of course, being able to buy parts today is also probably taking some economic energy there as well. But it looks like the warp price has definitely a buyer came in and brought up some pretty big warp there on that good news of the being able to buy parts and the deflationary aspect of the project and warp now. So looking good. All right, I think that was probably the key stuff there. Let us get it. We've got Prana says, yikes, to light mode. I always use dark mode when I can. You're talking about the warp here? I don't even know if I have. I don't even know if I have dark mode on here. Oh yeah, I do too. Oh yeah, there's night mode. How we go? Hey Prana, nice one. There we are. We've got the dark mode on there, Prana. Nice. Nicholas says AXION is getting to explode soon. I do think so too, Nicholas. And the gatekeeping is over. This coin is a pool of cryptos. Yeah. So a lot of the big sellers that we used to have, a lot of Bitcoin free claimers, a lot of them have sold out. So we do have a pretty good chance. We've still got some big unstaked OGs out there. They have been inactive. They haven't really done much with their wallets until recently. I think we only had one this year so far, and that was just the other day. They sold 300 million. They had 1.3 million in their liquid. They've also got 1.7 billion staked. So they were sitting, I think, at about 3.5 million or something, or 3.5 billion in total portfolio. But they've still got 1 billion in their liquid wallet. So that was cool. And maybe they just needed a bit of money to do something else. Maybe that was the case. Cool. All right. So I think it's looking pretty good for AXION too. All right. We're 110 minutes. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. That's a pretty comprehensive update today and live stream. I did miss the last couple of days, so I thought I had to do a full on, pow on the thing, but very, very exciting. Definitely check out AXION's new website, man. It looks pretty awesome. And of course, Warp is looking pretty good with their updates as well. If I get on the right tab, got to get on the right page though. Let me get on the right page. There's the right page. Very, very cool. If you haven't subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. If you haven't joined the channel, hit the join button. I've got different memberships there you can join as well. But don't forget to catch me in the next one. It'll be tomorrow or the next day. We're doing another live. We're going to be doing a community live show soon. So I hope to get people from the AXION and maybe even the Warp community on the live stream here as well. It's going to be pretty cool. Best of luck for those that are participating in the Legion Launchpad as well. That's going to close, obviously, I think the 27th, did we say? Soon too. So all the best for that. All right, take care now. Let's get in there. Let's end the poll first. We've got a poll to end. Let's go. We've got 13 votes. That's pretty good, actually. It's probably the first time we've had over 10 votes for a little while. So it's good to see. And let us wait for the poll to pop up here. Prana says it's a big job to be covering both AXION and Warp Bomb now. Cheers, man. Yeah, so I won't be always doing that, but since it's been a few days off, I've covered both of them today. Otherwise, I'll just probably be covering one or the other. And then maybe touch some of the highlights if I see any highlights of the other projects. Probably the best way of doing that. What main community are you visiting from to watch today's live stream? AXION is 84%, so cool. Welcome all the AXIOnauts. Legion 7%. Welcome to the Legion people. Appreciate that. Other 7% and Warp 0%. So thought I might get a few people from Warp, but that's the case there. So cool. 13 votes. So I do appreciate it, and welcome to the people from Legion. Very, very big shout out. If you're from Legion, leave a comment in the comment section afterwards. As well, and if you're from Warp, leave a comment after the live stream as well, and I'll respond to you as well. And don't forget, if you want to get more of that good content, subscribe to the channel. All right, take care now. I'll talk to you later. Bye for now. Let me just sign off here. Thanks for watching. Bam, let's go. And we're going to post in the good old emojis. I love emojis, you know me. And we're going to post some of those, and peace out with that. All right, take care now. Enjoy yourself. Let me just post this there and end the one there.